Hello, loves. I'm here to provide you with your daily release reading. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm on my way out the door so I can go spend some time with my little man. He's like getting this skateboarding thing down like never before. And I'm like, show me what you could do, baby. He's all about that skateboarding. And I'm like, all right. He already fell once. And I'm like, oh. Please don't break a bone. Please don't hurt yourself. But you know what? If I don't give him the opportunity to experience anything, he won't learn anything. You never know. This might be the next, what's his name? Tony Hawk. If I don't give him the opportunity to do that, he'll never know. Probable bear. All right. So this is your daily release. I know a lot of you guys feel so much better. I know a lot of you guys are at a point now where it's almost kind of like laugh time with regards to what bothered you so bad at first. Now you're at a point where you're like, what the hell was I tripping off of? Okay, somebody betrayed me. What did I lose? Nothing. A door closed, and anytime doors close, there are always new doors that open, and that goes for the other party as well. And you know, a lot of us have been looking at other readings, trying to find out, well, what kind of justice are they going to get for this and that and that and this and that. Honey, ethereal justice ain't no joke, baby. And the other person is likely starting to get a little taste of that. Believe it, no matter what reader you're listening to. There are a lot of times that spirit just does not want to disclose to you what the justice is that the other person is receiving, but your intuition is telling you, you know what it is. You know what it is. Now, with that being said, let's begin your reading, okay? All right. First card is that give and take card. What did we learn? What did we just recently learn? That all relationships come with an equal amount of give and take. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you could clearly see that they are not giving nearly as much as you are, kick rocks, baby. You don't need to be in a relationship like that, okay? All it's going to do is leave you feeling, give you this, it's going to perpetuate this lack mentality. Like, why am I in this relationship with this person that just is not reciprocating the same amount of care and investment that I am putting into this relationship? And a lot of you put a lot of care and you know, into a relationship that you really didn't even want to be in to begin with, because you saw this person's qualities and you knew you didn't want to give to them anyway like that. But a lot of you may have had children and you wanted to give your children, you know, an environment where they had both parents in the house and things of that nature. But then, you know, it just came to mind that it was like, well, what is this person doing for my children? And then you easily came to the conclusion, nothing. So therefore, if you're not doing nothing for me, you're not doing nothing for your own kids, you know, that's over. I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, it's all about give and take, baby. You can't let people just take from you. How many more times do we have to say it? This person doesn't know how to give. I mean, and I'm not even talking about materialistic things. I'm talking about they don't even know how to give love to themselves or you or themselves. And if you think about it, that's unfortunate, which should make it a lot easier for you to forgive, forget, move on. Okay? Because that's exactly what's coming for a lot of you. Okay? Just brand new beginnings. I know you guys are listening to some readers, and some of them that you're resonating with very closely with, you know that you ended a karmic cycle early because you learned how to love yourself throughout the process. You understand now that the person that you should be giving to at this particular point in time, which is going to build your house on solid ground, comes with love for self, okay? Let me go ahead and do something real quick. Hold on, give me a moment. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. All right. So, give and take, right? It's all about give and take. I don't care if the relationship is with your mama. I don't care if the relationship is with your brother. your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your grandpa, your whoever, your boss, your main thing, who you thought was your main thing. It's all about give and take. You cannot just take from people and then expect them to want to give to you. And you cannot just allow people to just take from you, because that's exactly what they're going to do until you stand up and say, I'm sorry, partner. No more of that, okay? It's all about give and take, all right? So that was the first card that popped up, that give and take card, all right? Give and take. Second card that popped up is the Sun, which is the highest form of happiness. Because you understood the concept of give and take, and you understand that it's time for you to start giving to yourself and start to love yourself and start to invest in yourself just as much as you invested in whomever it is that you were with that did not reciprocate what it was that you gave them. Now you're at a point where you're like, you know what? Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Yeah. You guys got the sun to look forward to. You guys got a lot of brightness coming your way. And the sun also represents illumination. You know what I'm saying? It was illuminated to you that you were in a relationship with somebody who did not understand the concept of give and take. And you made a decision to stand up for yourself and say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in those types of relationships. You have every right in the world to say, no, I'm not going to be in that type of relationship. Whoever wants to play that game with you, that's between you and them and God. And I wish you the best. I'm smiling as I say it. It's not a fake smile at all. Good for you. God bless you and all of the options you have on your table. I hope that you actually find one that doesn't bite you in your ass. Because the Seven of Cups represents that. And we talked about that in another daily release that we talked about. Out of all of those 7 options, only one of them had potential. The other ones are going to just bite you in your ass. I don't care how good they're talking. I don't care what they talking about offering you. Do a background check. See if somebody that they know is brave enough to let you know. Let me tell you a little something about this one right here. Watch out for A, B, and C. Anybody come at you like that, you ain't got time to be looking out for A, B, and C. A lot of us are at that age. A lot of us are at that time where we're like, look, I ain't got time for nothing but happiness. Happiness is what I live for. So I want to know why you always here. If you ain't gonna do it, I bent the block. Where you at? I've done it. You've done what this person has done before. You played this game before too, and you realized it didn't work for you. You matured out of that location. Unfortunately, the person that you left behind or who ghosted you thinking that they knew what was best, whatever the case is, you've been there. You've done that. You know how that works. They still have to learn. So they're on a different journey than you are. And it's time for you to go on your journey. And your journey comes with the sun, baby. The highest form of happiness in the major arcana, baby. There are 22 cards in the major arcana. This is the 19th card. Which means you have 20 coming up. I can't remember right now what that 20th card is. But the last one will be completion. A lot of you are this close to really and truly severing that tie. You know, a lot of you are this close to severing that tie with that person that you know is not a giver. They're a taker. And relationships are partnerships about give and take. And when you're really in love with somebody who's good to you, baby, they will give to you. And you won't have a problem giving to them at all, because it is just such a joyful, wonderful, fulfilling experience that is indescribable. It's indescribable. I mean, you live a life with a smile. Not a fake one, a real one. Now, it looks like somebody from your past, right? We've been talking about those past people that a lot of you are trying to get out of your systems, and I'm here to help you do that, okay? Because it's important that you do that. You don't want to take any old baggage with you into any new relationships, because you don't want the new person, like I said, to catch any hell associated with what you were unable to, you know what I'm saying, grieve through. You know what I mean? It did come with the grieving process, regardless of how much, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you love this person. Even if it was on a level 1, it still came with a change. It still came with some differences in your life. It still came with like huge adjustments that you had to make financially, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, even in your body. You had to make changes. You understand what I'm saying? And things became very different. And sometimes different is just like, I mean, it's just like you walk, it's just like you go into a different neighborhood, not knowing the streets, not knowing, you know, where you are or what's happening or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But different doesn't mean bad, because you just might be in like Beverly Hills. Just because you don't know the streets in Beverly Hills does not mean you ain't in a good spot. You feel what I'm saying? Different does not mean bad. But a lot of you are still having a hard time cutting the ties of what's old and retrograded in your life with regards to your love life, okay? And keep talking to your spirit guides and angels about that. Keep talking to, you know what I'm saying? Keep talking to the divine about the divine teaching you how to get to that place where, you know, you can cut the ties with those who gotta go, okay? And I'm sure those of you who are still having a hard time releasing are likely seeing numbers like 999. You see, like, you know, numbers that add up to 10, and then you get to that 1111, and then before you know it, like, you're right back at that 999 and numbers that add up to 9, because you're grappling with the transition. You know what I'm saying? And that's very natural. Why is it natural? Because we're in these 3D bodies experiencing this like 5D experience, and like the difference between the two is 4D, and 4D is not a place that's meant to be stayed in very long. I mean, you can if that's a comfortable place for you to be in, but the goal is for you to get to that 5D location. And many of you, I mean, preferably, you know, from my point of view, I really strongly advise that when you ask for this person that's coming into your life, okay, ask that they be just as, if not more, spiritually and divinely connected than you are. Because you want this person to actually bring something to the table spiritually. You want this person to bring something to the table intellectually. And ladies, I'm going to tell you right now, the man is going to come to you, baby. The man is going to come to you. I'm sorry, oh my goodness. Hold on. We're going to like a beach environment. I'm sorry. Do you understand what I'm saying? Make sure that you ask for somebody who's divinely connected, okay? Somebody who has something to offer you spiritually. All right, you don't want another 3D individual who only focuses on money, their image, making sure they look a certain way in front of their boys and all that. Because, honey, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot of men out there very, very heartbroken, and they pretending like they happy as hell, even though they're not. Because the choices that they made, trying to please their boys and trying to listen to other people's opinions about you. And you were the glue holding that person together, and this person knows they ain't got it together no more. Because they sat and talked to you like you was some kind of dog. You know what I'm saying? And you got tired of being talked to and downgraded like that. And you have every right in the world to say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to let you talk to me like that no more. I've had enough of that in my life, baby, from day one. Since before you came around. I gave you a chance to, you know what I'm saying, get it right, and you didn't. And so this person from your past, let's see, has now turned into the Page of Swords. Somebody who wants to give you a message of information. Okay, well, what did I talk to you guys about yesterday with the daily release regarding the postman, okay? Yeah, the postman could give you a message, and if you get some junk mail, what do? You right away, you start ripping and throwing in the trash. You know what I'm saying? That's junk mail. You know what you do with junk mail. You don't keep it around and let it clutter up your house. If it's a bill that needs to be paid, be responsible and pay it. Something that you need to do, be responsible and do it. Depending on whatever message it is that you get. But it looks like somebody from the past is going to come back with some kind of message of information, but it's going to be a lie. It's going to be a lie. Okay, and that's what the moon represents, a lie. Somebody trying to come out of their element, wear some type of mask to get back into your good graces because, well, all of their source of love and energy came from you. And all these other options on the table just must not be doing it for them. What they thought was greener on the other side, I guess, was not as green as they thought it would be. But a part of the lesson that they need to learn is that they need not do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So even if they did graduate, even if they did grow, even if they did, reach a certain level, it's up to you. I don't take people's choices from them. I just let you know what's before you. It looks like this person from the past who realized that they lost a damn good thing is going to be trying to communicate with you in some kind of way. I don't know, but whatever they're going to be communicating to you is a straight up lie. That's what the moon represents, deception. The moon also represents receptivity too. So are you going to be receptive to what this individual is saying? And then are you going to be using your intuition with regards to how you feel about what this person is saying when they come to you saying it? Some of you are going to have to make a sacrifice and say, you know what? No, we were together for a long time, and pretty much sabotaged everything about my growth. And I'm really not excited to open up the door to being around anybody who even thinks like that at all. And some of you are going to have to sacrifice whatever feelings that you have left for this person, because this person may come, at a time where you're not really, really, truly, like deep down, even subconsciously ready to cut off. Like consciously, you've made the decision, like, no, I'm not going to let this person come back into my life. But subconsciously, you still may be, attached to this person. And it's going to be really hard for you to not see through the bull crap that they're going to be coming at you with, trying to get back into your good graces, because you provide them with all of the stability that they wanted to flip the script and make you think that they were providing you. But the moment that they stepped out of your life, tell me your money didn't start picking up. Tell me your happiness didn't start picking up. You went through your period of feeling like, damn it, once again, here I am extending myself to somebody and they turn around and betray me. Well, things happen for a reason, and you know why it happened? It happened so that you can learn love for self first. Because if you don't love yourself, baby, I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to step all over you. They're going to take from you every damn thing they possibly can, use it to their advantage, and go start spreading it out around, and you'll be paying. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom used to say, you know what I'm saying? If you got the air conditioner on and you leave the front door open, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Like air condition the whole world. You know what I mean? You got to pay for that. You know what I mean? That's your bill. You know what I mean? So a lot of you were sitting here extending yourself and providing to somebody who was sitting and using your resources to go and give them to somebody else. And the sick part about this is many of you have children with this person, and this person was taking away from their own children so that they can go make somebody else's life comfortable, only for them to learn that the person whose life they were making comfortable was playing them the whole damn time. That's not your fault. Now it's time for you to say, you know what? I have to take responsibility for what's my fault. And what's my fault is allowing the relationship to go on as long as it did. So some of you are confused with regards to being in alignment with this sun, this highest form of happiness. Some of you are like, well, I don't get out much. Some of you are saying, I don't know how I'm going to meet this new person. I keep hearing about I'm going to meet this new person. Well, first and foremost, make an attempt to get out the house. God knows your schedule. God knows when to make this person bump into you at the grocery store or wherever it is that you go. Don't forget, this person kept you restricted, kept you not going to the beach spontaneously like you used to go, kept you from doing the things that you used to do so happily. You understand what I'm saying? This person kept you restricted, and now you're not restricted anymore, baby. So don't still be in that restricted mentality that person put you in, and get your ass in that car and go ahead and start doing that spontaneous stuff that you used to do. Get your kids, pack them up, get a cooler. Make sure you got your bologna, your mayonnaise, your bread. Make sandwiches for them there. You know what I'm saying? Let them have fun. Go have a good time. Enjoy yourself in the present. Give to yourself. And the more you give to yourself and the more you stay in the present moment, and when you stay in that present moment and you are always in contact with the divine, your angels, your spirit guides, look at your percentage on your phone. Look at the numbers and how they add up. I'm telling you, I'm an expert at that, and I've offered that new service. Look at my website. I'm telling you, those two options with the learn about the chakras and learn about numerology, take a look at that. Consider that. It's a very affordable price, okay? I've had so many emails lately with, I'd like to book a reading. I'd like to book a reading. I'd like to book a reading. And probably about 30 people have said that. And only 3 people have actually taken the initiative to actually invest in their own spiritual development. Okay, and in my opinion, I feel like if you're really serious about your spiritual development, then get at me, okay, please? Like, you know, you can't keep playing games with your spiritual development. If you want to grow spiritually and you got people who know how to help you do that, take advantage of that. And speaking of that, between now and December 20th, I counted it, I have 20 slots open. 20. I have 20 slots open from December 20th to December 30th. Any readings that I do within that 10-day time frame will be urgency readings only. Urgency readings only. And my website states very clear, you know, what an urgency reading is going to entail, okay? And I believe that I make it very fair because I look at, you know, people in my same line of work. I see what they charge. You understand what I'm saying? I see people who offer, you know, for 3 questions. It's the same thing that I offer for a whole 40-minute spiritual guidance counseling session, where you get your tarot readings. You know, $100 will get you your tarot readings with the cards, in addition to your oracle cards, letting you know who your deities are and the powers that be that have been working behind the scenes to get you where you are. Pay them homage. Understand what their gifts were, because they're extending their gifts to you so that you can get through whatever it is you're getting through that may seem challenging at this time. But remember, it's all about perspective as well, okay? If you perceive this through a shitty lens, then everything's going to seem like it's really shitty what's happening. But if you choose to look at this from a wonderful perspective, you understand what I'm saying? Then you're going to see everything from a wonderful perspective. So allow yourself to see it from a wonderful perspective, okay? Because trust me, this ending was wonderful, because what's coming in is magnificent. You have clarity over what happened in the past, baby. You have so much clarity over what happened in the past. And it's like, you know, yes, I need healing once again from, you know, extending myself to somebody who played me like something terrible. You know what I mean? But the person who was doing all the lying seems to be the one who feels left out in the cold and have this like lack mentality right now that unfortunately, even if you tried to fix it for this person, you wouldn't be able to, because that's work on their own that they have to do. And if they choose to slip back, and if they choose to say, you know what, okay, I can't get what I want, and I can't, you know what I'm saying, have things how I want, and I'm going to go back to my whole mentality. Well, go back to your whole mentality. Who's stopping you from doing that? I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to cheat yourself out of probably finding a halfway decent man or woman that would, you know, give to you if you're willing to learn how to actually give to the relationship. Otherwise, you're going to have these meaningless, empty relationships that will continue to catch up to you and add a whole lot of karmic debt. Because sex is not something to be taken lightly at all. It's not. I don't know how to say that. I really don't know how to say that any more times. I really don't. So in closing you out, because I want to pull some oracle cards for you. You know, your angels are constantly trying to let you know, stop feeling like you have to defend yourself against, like, whatever. Stop. Because you know what? That's what your angels are there for. Just use your intuition with regards to who comes into your life. All these people DMing, all these people trying to get at you, all these people, you know, texting you and all of a sudden finding out you're single and wanting to know what's popping. Go ahead and listen to the way they talk. Go ahead and listen to the way they act. You know what I'm saying? Be a knowing observer and just sit back and be like, yeah, sounds good, baby. I get it. Been there, done that. You talking to a cougar. You talking to somebody who knows what's up. And, yeah, I might be bored right now. Have a couple minutes of my time to give. So, you know, we can giggle on the phone for a couple minutes, but don't expect nothing serious because I totally see straight through your body, you know? Don't feel like you have to defend yourself against anything. That's what your angels are there for. You need to truly believe that that's what they do. They protect. They protect. You pulled the star, baby. That means that a lot of you guys are deep in prayer, deep, you know, in having that connection. You're going from being confused about the situation to really, you know, having illumination over the situation. And illumination, you're being illuminated. I'm telling you, getting ready to get your rite of passage into the cosmos. A lot of you guys are ascending very nicely, and there's no way that you would have been able to ascend with the person that you were with, and you know that. So I mean, it's like, accept what it is. You know how bad it hurt, no matter how, you know, and you have to remember, a lot of the hurt didn't come from the person itself. The person itself was showing you so many inconsistencies to where you really ought not be surprised at what you discovered. But what hurt so badly was the fact that, like, people betray you, or people have the tendency to have such a low level of emotional intelligence to the point where they just want what they want and they don't care who they hurt to get it. And it's like, you know, in my particular case, you know, I'm a grown-ass woman. You know what I'm saying? I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? But what this person did to my children, I'm going to tell you right now. You know, I strongly urge, you know, and petition the universe to go ahead and examine that. You know what I mean? And exact justice accordingly, you know? I have an 18-year-old daughter who knew this man from the age of 4 years old. He was a horrible father to her. You know what I'm saying? He did not extend himself to her at all, which means I had to be mommy and daddy with the freaking man in the house that was supposed to be daddy. You understand what I'm saying? Would put extra pressure on me. And then in addition to that, I had 2 little boys who also needed mommy. You know, and this person did nothing but rub their feet, you know, together when they were home. And then when they weren't home, God knows what the hell he was doing. Oh, I know what he's doing now. But, you know, at the time, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, just like many of you, you know? But now that you have clarity over the situation, now that you've been talking to the cosmos, baby, in a minute, you ain't going to know the difference between you and the divine in a minute. You're not going to know the difference between you or the divine in a minute. Keep staying on that path that you are on. Next card is sadness. This card represents sadness. And I know you already heard that expression. You know, just turn around and look at those other 2 cups. It's easier said than done. But I'm telling you, when you start to put more emphasis and more attention on what it is that you do have, you know, in this hand, rather than what you don't have in this hand, I'm telling you, this hand's going to get heavier once you start giving it a little bit more attention. And this right here is going to be like, why did I have that there in my hand in the first place. I'm telling you. You're going to turn around, look at those 2 cups, and you're going to be like, A plus, free to go, ready to go into a very wonderful place. Promise you, that's where you're going, okay? That's where you're going. Just hold on a little bit longer. I'm not telling you to hang yourself with the celibate rope, but I'm telling you, if you do, I'm telling you, you're going to get the cream of the crop just like you are. You're going to get you a spiritual union with somebody, baby, that is going to come to, they heard your SOS, baby. They coming to your rescue, baby, and they going to give you everything and more. Everything and more. And I'm telling you, the relationship is going to be absolutely magnificent. Like I said, 10 of Pentacles. It's going to be everything and more. I'm telling you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. I'm going to shuffle your cards from a few of these oracle decks, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and have a marvelous day, okay? So give me just a moment. All right, 4 of them just flew out of this deck, this oracle deck called Archangel Oracle cards, okay? These are from your angels. These are messages from your angels. And if it cuts off and I'm not able to say namaste, I apologize, but let's get into it, baby. The first card that you pulled is Overcoming Difficulties by Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. You're surmounting them. The next one, Take Back Your Power by Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. You can manifest them with your thoughts, the things you say, the things you do, and what gives it the power is the belief behind it. The next one you got is Divine Order, and as you see, this angel has scales in her hands, baby, and for those of you dealing with legal issues, I'm telling you, those scales are going to be balanced. Oh, they're going to be balanced. Archangel Raguel, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Everything is in order. She's holding scales in her hands. I'm telling you, God does give people enough rope to hang themselves in so many words. You know what I'm saying? God gives people the opportunity to use their free will properly, okay? The last card you got is Teaching and Learning. Archangel Zadkiel, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. I told you guys, all of you are light workers, and it's time to get your light work on. It's about to cut off, so namaste. Talk